Alright, so this video is in response to Michelle Curtis's response, which was a response to video 2 for David for his questions. And so for the first question, the quote, I didn't really hear you kind of define what you would answer towards that, but some things that I wrote down that you said they both have different topics, and they choose a path that you choose, and invisibility is like rather than being born, I guess. I don't know. I was kind of confused on what you were saying, but just bits and pieces that I pulled together. I thought that you gave some good answers, and I was able to think about it more in depth. And you had mentioned that consumerism is not pleasant, and the takeaway from people and focus of the world. So when I thought about that, I kind of had talked about that a little bit in my response video. And then I saw that you had mentioned for Broadway and IKEA, you had talked about like a dreamland for IKEA, and Broadway and the Empire State Building is like an experience you pay to see and not live. And I would definitely agree with that one. That's those two things that you had talked about are very clear in the way you said them. And then for insomnia and mental illness versus racism, you had said Fight Club chose insomnia because it's more respected. I would kind of agree with it. I wouldn't say respected because I don't know. It's just to me, that's just not the right term. But I can see where you're going with it, and it did make sense to me the way you said it. But in response to that, how you said it, I kind of talked about how the sales could have been worse with race. But overall, watching your video, it made me think more about David's questions in depth. So overall, it was nice.